Baby Shannon, baby Shannon, where are you? Where are you? Lying on the changing mat, lying on the changing mat, I see you. Yes, I do.
One of the first things I found I needed to do was to change attitudes. All of us had this idea that music was something for the specialist. Music was something that some of us could do, but many of us couldn't. Partly, perhaps, because some mothers had had unfortunate experiences in school music. The numbers of times mothers have told me, well, you see, at school I was told, just mouth the words, but stand in the back row and don't make any sound. And that had stayed with them a very long while. And so I often heard, you see, I'm no good at it, I can't sing in tune. And it was really, I found a question of going right back and saying, this is what we are calling music. These very simple activities and songs and rhymes with the young child on your knee. This is how simple it is, but at the same time, it's of real value. Are there any other moments that spring to your mind that you think, well, that would help over an awkward time? Sitting in his buggy, lying there
in the car seat.
Yes.
Waiting in the traffic jam.
Waving. Oh well, let's do that. Baby, yeah. Baby, yeah. Where are you? Where are you? Waiting in the traffic jam. Waiting in the traffic jam. I see you. Yes, I do. That might be they feel that now they're not feeling foolish, that when they first come along to a group, perhaps they are using the toddler or the baby a bit, as one mother said, as a barrier. I used her so that I could look and have her in front of me when I was feeling nervous the first time. They are a bit stiff and a bit wondering what's expected of them. Always this fear of, is she going to ask us to sing on our own? I can't do it, I can't sing in tune. Then they begin to see that even if you can't sing in tune, you can do so much with these lovely chanting rhythmic words and with the rhymes and the rhythm games, that they begin to realise it's not a question of whether you have a wonderful voice or not. You are her mum, and he is going to, and she is going to enjoy these things together with you.
A penny a day, because he can't work any faster.
Yeah, she's getting into the way of it, isn't she?
They will say they understand the baby more now, or they will say it reminds them of certain things their parents did with them. It allows them to include their husbands because they can show what the baby does with them and redo the song, or how clever their baby is, but it's how clever also they are to let their baby be so clever. A lot of what people do with babies is very repetitive, and so are nursery rhymes. They're repetitive, and the singing again and again isn't a bad thing. You don't get tired of the words, and the baby certainly doesn't. The baby's eyes will brighten when something is sung the second or the 30th time, and that's an instant reward for the mother, because it's the same old hackneyed phrase, round and round the garden, like a teddy bear, 1 step, 2 steps, tickly under there, and the baby's waiting for this tickle, and the mother knows the baby's waiting.
Round and round the garden, like a teddy bear, 1 step, 2 step, tickly under there.
Some of the babies are very tickly, especially under their chins, aren't they? And the other hand.
Round and round the garden, like a teddy bear, 1 step, 2 step, tickly under there.
I'm a family doctor, I also have a family. My children are teenage now. My contact with the patients, young mothers in the practice, is through their pregnancy. I lose them then when they go into hospital to have the baby. And then it's all just checks, problems, immunisations. And it seemed to me that I got to deal with them just in the negative sides when things were going wrong. I didn't mind that, but it seemed to me that I had maybe some insights as to how they could enjoy being a young mother with a new baby, partly from my own experience of living through the fact that it's not all beauty and ease. Really, babies are tremendously egotistical. They're very demanding. Mothers either feel they're going to be a slave or have to be boss, and in fact neither happens. If they get it right, it's a one-to-one relationship which both give to and both get from. And when I met Margaret and we discussed her music classes, it seemed to me that this was a way of canalising that information and insight into the positive side of the relationship instead of just being involved in where they'd gone wrong.
Seesaw, Marjorie Daw, Dolly shall have a new master. He shall have a penny a day because he can't work any faster. Seesaw, Marjorie Daw, Johnny shall have a new master. He shall have a penny a day because he can't work any faster. Now I wonder if they're going to let us lie down on our backs, because often this time in the day, just to have a little bit of relaxation as well as entertain the baby at the same time. Now, do you think they're going to let us lie on her back with the baby on your tum, holding her firmly? See if she will. Take in a deep breath. And let it out like a long sigh. And again, feel the muscles as you breathe in. Breathe in. And let it out like a long sigh.